morning, or whatever time of day it is when you're watching this. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name's Rachel, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you very much for your support. Today I thought I'd show you how I make a frugal but tasty, nourishing casserole, chicken casserole. I'm going to make it in my referral crock pot, which I can just leave on. It cooks away on its own. I can womble off and do something else, and I just have to check it every now and again to make sure it's not sticking on the bottom of the crock pot. I'll show you the ingredients that I'm going to be using, and at the end, when it's all cooked, I will show you the final product. Okay, let's make a start. So here are the ingredients that I'm going to be using. Some tomato puree, chicken thighs. If you buy chicken thighs with the bone and the skin still on, they're a lot cheaper than if you buy them already prepared. Now obviously you're paying for the weight of the bone, etc., but you can keep the bone on. I think it gives it more flavour. I'm going to cut the skin and the bones out today before I put them in the crock pot. I've also got some smoked paprika, a tin of chopped tomatoes, 3 small onions which I grew on the allotment, 4 small potatoes, and 2 and a bit carrots. This poor carrot was crying out because it was lonely at the bottom of the fridge, so I'm going to pop that in the casserole with its mates, and that will be a tasty treat. I'll also be adding salt and pepper as I go along, and yeah, that should be quite nice. You could also use a stock cube instead of the tomatoes if you wanted to make a more sort of savoury, non-tomatoey stock base for your casserole, but I like tomato in it and it goes well with the smoked paprika. In terms of equipment, I've got 2 chopping boards, one for the chicken, one for the veg, a mini chopper because I hate chopping onions by hand, a potato peeler, and a small knife. And then over here I've got my crock pot. It's quite old, had it for ages, but it still works, and I don't know, it's just wonderful. I love that sort of bucket and chuck it cooking. You can wander off and do something else while it gets on with it itself. Or if you go out and come back, the smell in the house is just wonderful. Okay, let's prepare the ingredients. That's the peeled veg. Just need to chop that up and put the onions in the chopper. It's just a full string one, very simple. It cost me about £6, but it's wonderful. I love it. And this is the wreckage, which will go in the compost bucket and go up to the allotment into the compost bin up there. So let's get that out of the way. Don't need that anymore. Oh, my nose is running just peeling the onions and I'm chopping them. Right, so let's get one in here. So 3 blades, and I just chuck half an onion in each side at a time, put it on, and then, well, assuming it'll work, hold on, never works when you're trying to demonstrate, does it? It's sod's law. Okay, second attempt. So I just need to cut it up a little bit more, do I? Okay, let's try that. There it is. Now. It comes out nicely chopped, and I don't have to get stingy eyes any more than I already have. Okay, I'll be back when this is all chopped up. I've chopped all the vegetables now, and they're in the crock pot. I'm just going to add the paprika and the chopped tomatoes. Okay, so here's the tomatoes, they just go in. I'm going to add a tiny little bit of water, give it a swill around, just get the last of the tomato out, go to the recycling. Smoked paprika. I like the smoked one. It's I don't know what it does to it. I think it makes it taste slightly sweeter. I don't do heat, so it'll just be a little sprinkle. Can always add a little bit extra if I need to. And then the next thing will be to prepare the chicken. I'll add the tomato puree when the chicken's in and I've stirred it all up. I'll be back when I've done the chicken. I finished chopping up the chicken now. I've taken the skin off and the bones out of the thighs. The bones have still got some meat on, but I couldn't get in the little niggly bits with my knife. So I'll probably boil those up with the bay leaf and celery and maybe a carrot and make some stock for some soup. The stock can be frozen, no problem, or if you want to use it straight away, obviously you can. So the only thing now is to add a bit of tomato puree, some salt and pepper, and then I'll put it on high for 4 hours and then check on it and see how it's doing, and then probably turn it down to low for another couple of hours, by which time it will be dinner time. If you don't eat chicken or meat, I would suggest you can do the same vegetables, add tins of beans, borlotti or butter beans, chickpeas, that type of thing. It all looks a bit orange at the moment, but I will be serving it tonight with broccoli, and then tomorrow night I'll have it with some cabbage so that I'm getting my greens as well, and that'll sort of make it less orange, which will probably be nice. But it will be tasty, it'll be lovely, and it is quite economical. Carrots, potatoes and onions are the cheapest vegetables you can buy. I know some of you might grow your own and that's good too. Spices aren't that expensive. Tomato puree is not that expensive. You don't need tomato puree. You can always thicken up the sort of liquid if there's too much of it with some corn flour. Put that on, and then when it's all done, I will show you the results. Okay, it's all in the crock pot, set to high. I'll give that about 4 hours and check it. Give it a stir every hour or so and enjoy the smells as they come into the room. Other things you can do, if you want a more sort of winter style stew, you could add parsnips, carrots, turnips, swede, whatever you have to hand. I don't particularly like those root vegetables. They taste a bit soily to me, but you know, each to their own if you like eating those. They're also quite cheap. Root vegetables are always cheaper. But whatever you've got in your fridge or freezer, really, that's the nice thing about crock pot meals. They're very versatile. Just bung it all in, leave it to get on with it, and come back and eat it. So here's the finished stew. Just got the broccoli in the steamer at the moment, so I'll be having that on a separate plate. I just thought I'd show you what it was like. So we've got carrots, chicken, nice gloopy paprika, tomato sauce and some potatoes.